There's something in the air in Los Angeles, a vibe of quiet reorganization, of decisions that seem small now, but could be costly in the future. There's a veteran being traded, a star awaiting a contract, and a defender about to break the $20 million per year barrier. The Rams are making moves, but are they moving in the right direction? In today's video, you'll understand 3 fundamental moves that could determine the team's future in 2025 and beyond. But first, if you're a Rams fan or just enjoy analytical and straightforward content about the NFL, subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. It helps the channel grow and shows YouTube that our content is relevant. Now, let's get straight to the point. Jonah Jackson arrived in Los Angeles as a significant gamble. After a loss to the Detroit Lions in the wild card, the Rams wasted no time and signed the former Detroit guard for 3 years and $51 million. The idea was clear: reorganize the core of the offensive line, placing Steve Avila at center and Jackson in his original position as guard. But the plan failed before it even got started. Avila did not transition to center, and Jackson, unexpectedly, was moved to the center of the line. The result? An injury in the season opener against the Lions. From there, the situation changed completely. Bo Limmer won the spot, Avila remained a starter, and Jackson became a backup for the rest of the year. The $51 million man became a spectator. He still played against the Seahawks. And with great dignity, it's important to highlight that Jackson never caused any issues, maintained a professional demeanor, and was a good example in the locker room. But in practice, his cycle with the Rams ended there. In the 2025 offseason, he was traded to the Chicago Bears, who not only welcomed him but made him a central part of the new offensive line, now led by coach Ben Johnson, his former coordinator in Detroit. And here comes the question that looms over the Rams' decision. Why didn't it work out? Jackson is talented, experienced, and against Detroit. Even while improvising, he seemed to be doing well. What did the Rams see or fail to see that kept him on the bench and then led to his trade? According to Zoltan Buday from Pro Football Focus, Jackson and Joe Thuney formed the best guard duo in the NFL. Buday notes that, even with few snaps in 2024, Jackson always ranked among the top 30 guards in previous seasons. And Thuney, before playing as a tackle, was simply dominant as a guard. The Bears' idea of placing the two side by side could elevate Chicago's offensive line. This leads us to an important point. The Rams' evaluation mistake, while not catastrophic, could be one of those slips that cost in the long run. GM Les Snead has been through this before. Who doesn't remember the failure of Greg Robinson, followed by the success of Andrew Whitworth? The problem is that in this case, maybe Jackson just needed time or the right position, and the Rams may have lost a high-level player due to a simple lack of fit. But hold on, there's more tough decisions ahead. The second segment is about one of the pillars of the Rams' offense, and he still doesn't have a guaranteed contract for the future. Kyren Williams has become the offensive soul of the Rams in recent seasons. On and off the field, he represents everything a head coach wants in a running back: dedication, leadership, and consistency. But even with this complete package, his contract has become a real problem for Los Angeles. Since the end of minicamp, Sean McVay has been giving inconclusive updates on the negotiations. According to him, there is progress, constant dialogue with agent Drew Rosenhaus, and good offers on the table, but nothing finalized. The impression is clear. The Rams want to keep Williams, but so far, they are not willing to pay what the player believes he is worth. Matthew Stafford, the locker room leader, has publicly declared his support for his teammate. He emphasized Kyren's work ethic, effort, and intensity in every practice. This, in the NFL, tends to carry weight, especially in young groups. Williams, for his part, has also maintained an exemplary demeanor. He continues to participate in activities, focused, but with hope of resolving the issue and providing security for his family. What is delaying this agreement? The answer lies in the Rams' financial calendar. Kyren Williams is in a complex situation. The team has other names on the radar for renewal, as we will see in the third segment, and paying high for a running back in a market that undervalues the position is always a risk. Just remember what happened with Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook, among others. Kyren knows this, but he also knows he has value for this team, and rightly so. He's not just a productive RB, he is reliable, smart, and stays healthy, something rare at the position. The problem is that, to secure his future with the Rams, he may have to accept earning less than he's worth on the open market. McVay is trying, Stafford is supporting. Williams is showing willingness. But time is running out. And the more the market moves, the harder it gets to keep players like him without cutting back in other positions. And this is where our third name comes in. A player who is already knocking on the door of the league's elite. And, if he wants to stay in Los Angeles, will come at a high price. Very high. Byron Young is heading into the most decisive season of his career. In 2023, he surprised as a rookie. In 2024, he dominated in pass rush. In 2025, he could become a multi-millionaire and, most likely, outside of the Rams. Young has all the ingredients of a future defensive star in the NFL. Explosiveness, consistent production, and a direct impact on big games. In the 2024 playoffs, he was one of the main reasons the Rams' defense got as far as it did. And now, with the market inflating, his value is only expected to grow. The comparison with names like Trey Hendrickson, Max Crosby, and Danielle Hunter is inevitable. According to Albert Breer, reporters from Sports Illustrated, contracts at the top of the position are hitting the $30 million per season mark. Young hasn't reached that level yet, but he's already in a position to demand at least $20 million per year. The big headache for the Rams front office is this. Byron Young was drafted alongside Kobe Turner and Puka Nacua, two other talents who will also need new contracts soon. In other words, the team will have to choose where to invest heavily. And that's not counting other situations on the radar, like a possible extension for Davante Adams, which would coincide with the first year of Young's new contract. Further down the line, there's also Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, who will also require new agreements. The only good news amidst all of this? Matthew Stafford's contract comes off the books in 2026, which could open up space. But until then, decisions will have to be made. And they start now. Is it worth keeping Young and letting go of Kyren Williams? Or will the Rams bet on a broader defensive overhaul, letting the edge go to another team? This is the crossroads the team faces, and any mistake here could cost years of rebuilding. The Rams are going through a moment of quiet transition, where the decisions seem small but have explosive potential. Losing Jonah Jackson without truly testing his best position, hesitating to pay Kyren Williams, and risking losing Byron Young are clear signs that the front office is trying to balance the future and the present, but this balance is fragile. In my opinion, the Rams risk overestimating their ability to replenish internal talent. Jackson is already with another franchise and could become a standout. Kyren could still leave if the value doesn't close. And Young, if he goes to the market, will become the type of loss that fans feel for many years. Now I want to know from you, which of these decisions is the most critical for the Rams' future? Jackson's exit? The uncertainty with Kyren? Or the risk of losing Young? Comment down below. Let's discuss. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. This shows YouTube that it's worth recommending this content to more Rams and NFL fans. Until the next video.